Okay, here we go with a new episode of The Holistic Woman, and I'm mega happy to welcome our first guest today, Frank Rosa from Breathwork. We have known each other for a very long time, but then lost touch, and thanks to Facebook, I found out what he's doing, and I'm so fascinated. So welcome, Frank.
Hi, Dory. Very nice to see you, to meet you again, and to be on your podcast.
Okay, you are a breathwork coach, and that's really amazing because I've never heard about breathwork before, but breathing is such a big topic in what I do with my clients. It's like with how they feel mentally, how their posture is, and also because it's really connected to their pelvic floor. So I actually train with my clients how to breathe, and you do exactly the same, just not connected to pelvic floor, but in general. So it really goes nicely with what I do. And it's amazing, but I've never heard about breathwork before. So where is that coming from? How did you find out about it? Can you just tell us a little bit about it?
That's such a wonderful question, Dory. And I hope everybody who's listening is ready now for my lifetime story, because it was quite a journey to get there. But don't worry, I'll keep it short. So I'm an American football coach, and what does an American football coach has to do with breathwork, right? So that's a great question in general. But so my journey brought me to the US, where I was coaching for 2 years at a Division I college. And after my time and my visa ran out there, I wasn't quite ready to come back home to Germany. So I applied in Canada and then I applied in Japan. And I ended up taking a job offer from a team in Japan, from a football team in Japan. So I lived there and coached there for almost a year. And that was also where I discovered breathwork. So a couple of years ago, I did the Wim Hof breathing method. So maybe you've heard about this guy, the Iceman, who is doing all these crazy things like running a marathon half naked without shoes, climbing mountains, and telling people the power of breath can really change your life. So I did his breath work a couple of years ago, and I felt good with it, but it never really hooked me. So while I was living in Japan, I was going through a difficult and stressful time. And I remembered that I did this breathwork a couple of years ago. So I was just looking it up on Instagram with the hashtag breathwork. And then I found Francesca Ziepma, a breathwork coach from Los Angeles. She's really amazing. And I saw a post from her where she was crying and just saying how much breathwork helped her to let go, to find clarity. And then I was like, I want that too. I want to cry as well and let go of stress.
Yes, so, who doesn't want to let go of stress, right? It's just like we hold on to so much instead of letting go and like letting all out.
Yes.
So what has
just
changed?
Let go.
Yeah. What has changed for you since you started doing breathwork?
Well, so I did 3 sessions with her, and the first one was okay. I cried a little bit, but on my third one, I really was able to cry, scream, and let go. And so then that's when I realized there's so much power in the breath. So what changed for me is definitely how I make decisions. I'm so much clearer in making decisions. Simple things in life, like do I want to eat pizza or pasta, or do I want to stay another year in Japan, or do I want to move back to Germany? So I always was a person, at least I feel like, that was good in making decisions, but it took me so much longer. I was doubting myself and I asked for advice here and there. And I feel like the more you ask for advice, the more advice you get, but different ones. And at the end, you know nothing. So everything we really need is already within. And this breathwork helped me to find the key to what I really need and what I really want in life. And that is such a powerful gift. And I'm so thankful for that.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds really amazing. So I heard in another interview that you were talking about how breathing affects our muscles and our posture. Can you say something about that?
Absolutely. So I suffered from, or I still do a little bit from, a back pain injury. So I had a slip disc, I had surgery there, some nerve damage. So, and back then, or I thought it's like, okay, I was sitting a lot and I was not really stretching and doing mobilization workouts. So, but I never thought that breathing can have an impact on my body posture. I never crossed my mind that thought. So I read a great book where it says like there are vertical breathers and horizontal breathers. So I guess most of the people would agree that sitting in front of your computer the whole day will make your shoulders roll forward. You will have like a round neck, and that's not really good for your health. Your hip flexors will be tight. However, while you're doing this, you probably also breathe very shallow, very flat and short through your mouth, which results in that your shoulders move up and down. So if you stand in front of a mirror, just watch your breathing. Maybe you breathe like this. I'm exaggerating maybe a little bit right now, but that are not your main breathing muscles. So that are helpers, little helpers that help to stabilize your breathing rhythm, the probably not or much more the bad breathing rhythms patterns that you develop through all these years. So by doing this, your shoulders even roll more forward, your upper back is rounded, and you have such neck problems coming up. So it never crossed my mind that bad breathing can enforce all these bad postures that I might have from all this sitting. So the way we should be breathing is taking deep breath through the nose. I will talk more about it here in a second, but we should breathe horizontally. So I will demonstrate it here for a moment. What do I mean by horizontally breathing? So if you put your hands on your lower ribs and the middle fingers almost touching each other. So when we breathe into our belly, of course, the belly expands, but what we really want to achieve is that the rib cage opens up and horizontally, so they will rotate outwards. So when I take a deep breath right now through my nose into the belly, you can see that the middle fingers are moving slightly apart. And then when I exhale, they come back together. So my movement is not really good at the moment as well. And when I exhale, they come a little bit closer together. So the more you practice this, the more you will feel that your rib cage is opening up. It's rotating outwards. And this is how your true breathing muscles are activated. And this is how we should be breathing. Deep into the belly, push the belly out, put the rib cage horizontally to the side. And that's such way better to breathe because the body has now time to really activate all breathing muscles and transport all the oxygen to every part in your body.
That's so cool. Because that's the way I'm teaching my clients to breathe as well, because the diaphragm and the pelvic floor are parallel. So if you breathe in into your ribs, your diaphragm goes down, your pelvic floor relaxes, and you breathe out and you bring your pelvic floor up, and your belly muscles actually activates your whole core by breathing to correct way. So for everyone, not just for my female clients or the ones who are pregnant, but for everyone, it's so important to actually breathe correctly to support their core. It gives them more strength working out. It gives them more strength not to get any pelvic floor issues when they get older. So it's really fascinating and really, really helpful to know how to breathe properly or more efficiently.
And meet our body, the diaphragm, right? So
it's like, where's the diaphragm? What does it do? But
what is it?
To really use what our body has, to use its own functions to be better or feel better. So you mentioned something about breathing through the nose and the mouth. Like, what's the difference? How does it affect breathing? Or
that's probably one of the most important questions we can ask. And the more I read about it, the more it blows my mind that we don't learn about that from childhood. So to answer this question, I just want to mention really quickly that there's the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. So the sympathetic nervous system is the fight or flight mode. Whenever we feel stressed, when we have to run away from huge animals, or nowadays when our boss sends us a text message, or our boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife sends us messages, that can bring us instantly into the same stress behavior, because our body cannot really distinguish between, is it now life-threatening or is it really just something that stresses me out? So the result is flat and short breathing. The result is probably that maybe the shoulders are moving up and down because we need the adrenaline to get through all this stress. If we do this for too long, then our body has never the chance to rest. But like a sprinter, you cannot sprint for a kilometer or a mile. At some point, you're running out of energy, right? So you will probably need a breather. So the problem nowadays is that when we wake up in the morning, one of the first things we do is look at our cell phones, answer the emails. Who texted me? Oh my gosh, this guy sent me a message. And we're instantly in this situation of stress. However, if we use deep and long breath, slow breath, then we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest system. If we do this by breathing deeply in our belly, we give our body time to really do this process of exchange between oxygen and carbon dioxide that happens while we breathing. So this allows our body to calm. This signals our body that everything is okay. I can relax right now and really see what's going on in my life. So these are the two different systems. When people are burned out, when they are stressed all the time, probably the breathing has a huge factor in that. So the way we should be breathing is through the nose. If you compare the nose and the mouth, right? With the mouth, you can speak, you can eat, you can breathe, you can drink. Things you can do with the nose is breathing and smelling. So if you compare both breathings, then you will figure out that if you take a deep inhale through your nose, that takes a little bit longer than if you do that through your mouth. So by doing that through your nose, you have the nostrils that are pretty small. You give your body actually a lot more time to process the oxygen. If you breathe through your nose, the air will get a little bit wet. I forgot the English word right now.
Moist.
Yes, thank you. And you will filter the air so that the bacteria don't have that chance of coming inside directly. And the most important part probably is that you will have that gas, nitro oxide, which will open up the blood cells so that more oxygen can be transported and carbon dioxide, the exchange can happen better. If you breathe in through your mouth, then the air will not be wet. I forgot the word again. Thank you, Dory, for... Thank you. The air will not be filtered. You will have a dry mouth. And of course, you will not create nitro oxide, the gas. So when you wake up in the morning and your throat is dry, that means you're breathing through your mouth at night. Now, if you think about your day, probably you never really focused on the way you breathe. So maybe you breathe the whole day flat through your mouth, and then you go to sleep, you breathe through your mouth again, you snore, you have sleeping problems. These results can be that you feel stressed because your body has no chance to really get the rest that it needs. And there's this great book from James Nestor, Breath. That's the name of the book. I can just recommend that because he explains very well what are the problems that can happen. I just mentioned sleep problems, but you also can have teeth problems, like the jaw function, the jaw location can be in a wrong spot, which narrows down the airways. And these are things I never heard of. I never thought about it. Yeah. So, but if you really think about it, well, we always talk about nutrition, training, other stuff from our work, but the most important thing, when we don't do it, we die within a minute or 2-3 minutes, is breathing. And we never think about that. That can really have a huge impact on our health. And that's just blowing my mind. The more I read about it, the more I talk about it, and the more I guide people through breathwork sessions. So during the day, breathe through the nose. That's basically all I want to say.
That's a really awesome tip. How often should do like breath work to notice a difference?
So I distinguish between two kind of breathwork sessions. So there are some breathing methods that I teach my athletes, my clients, that I do myself to maybe calm my mind or to energize my mind or to start the day. And then there's the bigger breathwork sessions, the holotropic breathwork or the Wim Hof method. I do the connected circular breathing method, which really helps you to let go of the monkey mind, to mute the monkey mind. We cannot let go of it. We can mute it by giving him a specific task. And while we do this more deeper breath, we will get more into the limbic system, the limbic part of the brain where the emotions are. And this really can help to let go, to find clarity and feel what's really going on. So the smaller breathwork parts, I use them for a warm-up, for the training, or just do it from time to time. And the bigger sessions, I recommend doing it maybe once a week. But honestly, the honest answer is as often as it feels good. So if you do it once a month, that would be the minimum I would recommend. But from that point on, do it as often as you want it. I do it almost every day. And I just can say how life-changing it is to be more clear, to be more in a calm state of mind. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful. I need some of that. So, okay, awesome. So I would love for you to just lead us in a little session so everyone listening or watching this can have a go at it, see what you do, and see how awesome it feels. Because it's really it really surprised me how much of a difference you can feel in a short amount of time. And yeah, before, like when I did your session the other day, it was the first time that I really could let go with some type of relaxation meditation. Like I find it really hard usually to do that. And with your session, it was really good because it was like, yeah, I did it, and I was like expecting to lay there and be like, okay, when it's time over. But I was actually surprised that once I got into it, and it's like, at the beginning it felt a little bit like I felt some tension in my wrists, but once I was like, okay, it's okay, he's saying it's okay. Like you were really coaching us good through that. And then
yeah,
I really got into it, and then you were like, oh, only 3 minutes left, and it was like, how can it be only 3 minutes left? Like we just started. Like it was so fascinating because like usually I hate those, like I can't say that because I tell my clients to do it, but I'm having a really hard time with most relaxation techniques I used to actually let go. But what you did, I actually was able to let go. So it was really fascinating because so I would love to share that with everyone listening, obviously. So the stage is yours.
The stage is mine. I just want to add to that this is our dear friend, the monkey mind, that doesn't let us calm down. And some people can go right into it with meditation. I sometimes had my issues while focusing on the breath, your monkey mind is occupied. So yeah, that's when you really can let go. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So I would love to share 2 breathwork techniques. One is called the coherent breathing. So before we get into this, whatever you're doing right now, please stop it and sit down, lay down and relax. So don't be driving in your car. Don't cut the vegetables right now. Whatever you do, please stop it and really focus. Also put your cell phone away. So the first technique is called coherent breathing. The perfect breath is about 5.5 seconds inhale through the nose, 5.5 seconds exhale through the nose. So this technique you can do wherever you are and actually whatever you're doing, but for right now, please don't drive or do anything. I'm just saying that because I had people doing that in the past, and nope, that's not good. So we will inhale and exhale deep through the nose into the belly, also exhale through the nose, and we're gonna take 12 breaths. If you do the math right now, 5 seconds inhale, 5 seconds exhale, it's gonna be 2 minutes, and that's really very calming. So don't worry about the time. I will say inhale, and then I will count to 5. I will say exhale, count to 5. So Dori, please close your eyes. Please take a very deep inhale through your nose and let go through your mouth. And then please inhale through your nose. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. Out. 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 Take a deep inhale. Hold your breath for a moment and feel what's going on in your body. Whenever you feel ready, exhale and slowly open your eyes. Hello.
Hello, back.
Hello back. How are you feeling right now?
Good. Relaxed. Definitely relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can feel
So
like
I recommend this.
yeah, you can feel through them 2 minutes how you let go more. It's cool.
Wow. And I recommend doing this method 1 to 5 minutes, which is 5 to 30 breath. But of course, you can go for as long as you want, as long as it feels good. But that is, to me, the simplest breathing technique I know. And that in theory, you can do everywhere without people looking crazy at you. So like when you're waiting at the cashier, you can start breathing instead of looking at your cell phone. When your boss is in front of you and it's really stressful, you can but that's such a wonderful and simple breathing technique that you can do in theory wherever you are. Cool.
It's crazy that's not something like you just know about, like that you just taught about, right? Seems such a simple thing to do and such a helpful little tool that really everybody should be able to try that and feel the difference.
Yes, especially when people say, no, I don't have time for that. That's exactly when you should do this. So yes, we are masters in avoiding everything that helps us. If we, and that's maybe a little bit deep, that's in the outside, we want that. But something that is available for us, that is within and our own responsibility, we just say, oh, no, I rather take this pill. I rather do this. And I'm not saying pills are bad, but well, there's something that helps us to heal and focuses, and that's the breath. So
that's the thing.
Okay.
Getting the people to understand that it's not a magic thing that's helping instantly, but that we coach them to feel better in the long run. But they have to do their part.
Yes.
Right? We're not magicians healing other people, but we can give them tools to feel better.
Yes. And the reason why this is the perfect breath, these 5 seconds, is because most of the people breathe too much because we breathe too flat. So if we breathe slow and deeply, our body really can relax and build the carbon dioxide, which also has a huge factor in the healing processes in our body and the functions. So by doing this, well, we breathe out everything we actually just inhaled instantly. So okay. Technique number 2. Now we step into the Wim Hof breathing method, and there are many videos also on YouTube if you want to do his guidance. But what we're going to do now, we switch from nose to mouth breathing. So maybe one person is thinking right now, he just told us breathing through your mouth is bad. Well, if you do it the whole day, that's a problem. If you run around the whole day doing, that's not really good. But if you do it consciously, that really can help you to focus. So the way we're going to do it now, we will take a deep inhale through our mouth and let go on the exhale. So deep in, let go on the exhale. Deep in, let go. It's like a wave coming in. Fill up your belly, move up to your chest, and on the exhale, the wave is coming back, like the ocean. So we're going to do this for 30 times. On the last one, I ask you to hold your breath. So let go, hold your breath. And then when you feel the urge to inhale, then take a deep inhale and squeeze your whole body. Your lower muscles, your abdominals, your upper body, your forehead, squeeze everything. So Wim Hof usually does like 3 to 4 rounds with 30, 40 breath. We're going to do 1 round, 30 breath today. Again, please don't drive right now and do this. Just sit down, lay down. Don't be surprised if you feel a little bit dizzy. And let's go on this adventure.
Hey.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, very good. Then please close your eyes. Take another deep inhale through your nose first. Let go on the exhale. And now take a deep inhale through your mouth. And let go. Inhale. Let go. Inhale. Let go. Find your own breathing rhythm. Inhale deeply, let go on the exhale. Really feel how the belly expands. And on the exhale, just let go. Fully in, let go. Fully in, let go. Fully in, let go. Breathe in your rhythm. And now just breathe a little faster. Breathe in your rhythm. Last one, deep inhale. Let go. Hold your breath. Relax. Whatever you feel is okay. When you have the urge to take a deep inhale, breathe in and squeeze. But relax. Relax. And deep inhale and squeeze your abdominals, your lower muscles, upper muscles, your forehead. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let go. Keep your eyes closed and breathe in your rhythm. And just feel the sensations in your body. And whenever you feel ready, slowly open your eyes. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Loading roll.
Yeah. Did you get a little dizzy?
Yes, I got a little dizzy. I also felt a little in my neck, actually, and a really slight headache. But once I relaxed again, it was all gone. And it really felt like at the end, it felt
Wow.
like my shoulders actually dropped, like by 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weight lifted off.
Powerful.
Yes, it's really amazing. It's such a short time, but it just feels different. It's crazy.
It's amazing. So if you do now 3 to 4 rounds of this, you will realize that you're able to hold your breath much longer. My longest time where I was able to hold my breath with the Wim Hof method was about 2 minutes 40 seconds. So it shouldn't be a competition, right? It's not about, oh, who can hold the air the longest. But to me, it was just fascinating how long I can hold my breath with even exhaling. So I'm like, wow, if I would do that right now, right away, I probably wouldn't last 30 to 40 seconds. So it's so impressive to me. And also Wim Hof has a great book that I can just recommend, because while we are holding our breath, our body is building carbon dioxide, and the very the reptile part of our brain is not used that we are not breathing. So this is why we actually feel the air hunger. You would have had enough oxygen in your body to go much longer, but we don't have carbon dioxide tolerance in our body. And the reptile part of our brain is telling us, oh, we need to breathe. We need to breathe. So that's so fascinating by doing all these things.
Yeah, it is. That was really awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you for being my first guest today. It was really awesome. Yeah, and you have sessions in English too. So if people really like this now, they can check you out. They can participate.
Yes.
You like once a week English sessions, right?
Yes, usually I do it Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central European Summer Time or Germany time. So yeah, would love to have some more English speakers in here as well.
Yes. My husband gets home on time tonight. I will be there because it was just, yeah, awesome. So I think you can learn a lot and it's amazing.
The breath is really the key. And I just love that there's more and more awareness for the breath. And in other parts of the world, it's already more spreaded, like in the US, Los Angeles, like Francesca is doing a great job there. John Paul Crimi is a breathwork teacher. They're doing a great job. Of course, Wim Hof brought that over here, but it's such a beautiful thing. And I'm just thankful that it crossed my way. And thank you, Dorgi, for doing what you're doing and helping the people, spreading the awareness for the holistic approach, right? Because this is really what I believe. And it's not just one thing. It's not just nutrition, sports, breathing, yoga, whatever. It's the whole package. So, yeah.
Yes. That was an awesome finishing sentence because I 100% agree. It's really the holistic package and it needs more people to look at a person holistically to actually get better. So thank you very much. That was awesome. And
Thank you, Dorgi.
talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk to you soon. Bye.